Hello, my name is Michaela Torres, and today I will be giving my informative speech on depression. Your eyes are constantly wet. You seem to always find yourself alone in the dark. You can't even touch your food, and sadness is completely taking over your life. The complete control takeover that you just experienced is called depression. The question, how does depression affect young teens and adults in today's society, is often asked quite frequently. Well, depression plays a huge role in people's lives and can eventually take over. What is depression, you may ask? Depression, which was previously known as melancholia, is a mental health disorder. By the way, I don't think I said that right, but it's spelled MELANCHOLIA. It was a term used back in the day before they used depression. Just don't know how to pronounce it, but okay. It is a mental health disorder characterized by depressed moods or loss of interest in certain things. Depression can affect everyone differently. For example, when I was about, 14 years old, I went through a depression myself versus my grandmother, who is now 51. She went through a depression about 2 years ago. Her depression consisted of her still smiling, her still going to church, her still having dinners, like Sunday dinners, cooking for the grandchildren, dressing up, doing a whole bunch of not out of the ordinary things. So no one really knew she was depressed until about a year later, when it actually started showing. She peeled back on like going out, the makeup, the church. That's how everyone knew like something was off. The only person who really knew was my grandfather, because she lay next to him for 40 years straight. So he knew off bat. But for us, the family, it took a little while longer for us to really, peep that she was depressed. Versus me, when I was depressed, I didn't want to come out of my room. I was listening to sad music. I didn't want to eat. I was losing weight. You could see it in my face. I was overall just in a dark space, and I was completely depressed. In what sense does depression affect young teens/adults? As I mentioned before, for young teens, depression hits harder than it does for adults. Depression from teens is often led by heartbreak or household drama. So how many of you have ever talked with a friend, a significant other, a relative, and they tell you that they're depressed because of a relationship they're going through, previously went through, or is trying to get over? Or sometimes, like, they'll even say, it's family drama, I can't really talk about it. Some people have toxic households, and that toxicness, like, it goes hand in hand with depression. Like, when you have no one else to turn to, you get depressed. You're in moods where you don't want to speak to anyone. 69.9% of depression comes from relationships, believe it or not. Depression should also be taken very, very seriously, because it can even lead up to suicide attempts. Some may even run away. There's lots of different standpoints that lead up to depression. I know a lot of you are wondering if and how depression can be treated. Well, to answer you all's question and concerns, there are 2 ways depression can be treated. According to managingdepression.us.com, the first way to treat depression is therapy. And I did not know this until I did a whole bunch of research on this topic. There are 3 different types of therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, which focuses on modifying negative thoughts, behaviors, and emotions. The second therapy option is behavior therapy, which modifies harmful behaviors, like I said, suicide attempts. And the final therapy option is, hold on, because this word is a little tricky to me, but physiology therapy, if I'm not mistaken, that's how you say it, which focuses on talking through behaviors. The other treatment for depression is medicine, which a lot of you already know. The medicine used to help depression is antidepressants, SSRIs, anti-holic, and antiphysotic. I don't know if I'm saying any of these right. Please excuse me. According to myclevelandclinic.org, these medications are used to help normalize brain changes. Depression should never not be taken seriously. You can pull someone out of a dark space by simple checkups and talks that you can even prevent a suicide attempt. Did you know that depression is the leading cause of disability in the United States among people ages 15 through 44? According to the National Network of Depression Center, depression ranks among the top three workplace issues in the United States. Depression has increased 29.3% since COVID. Ages 50 to 64 has increased 39.1%. Ages 25 to 49 has increased 48.9%. And ages 18 through 24 has increased the most at 59.2%. Overall, the rate of depression can be easily decreased by either medication, therapy, or simply paying more attention to those you love around you. I chose this topic because myself have went through depression, and I had to pull myself out of the dark hole. Like, no one helped me, no one talked me through it. No one knew I was really that much in a depression, to the point where it led up to suicide attempts. It led up to really dark places. So I decided to do my topic on that because maybe my speech can help one of you get out of your stage. Thank you.